To get the Artemis Macro Language tool, follow one of the links below. The first takes you to the documentation. There you can find a description of the language and a quick start guide. The quick start guide also has a link to the release of the tool, the same as the second link below. In the releases you can find the latest version. Under the assets, find and download aml.exe. Place this in your path, or in this case in the folder for the script. This tool will convert the macro XML into a full mission script for use in-game. AML can be configured to install or even run the script from the Artemis directory. We're not going to write a script from scratch. Instead, we'll use a part of an existing script. It's part of the Cruiser tournament, an example found in the source directory for AML. This example script is pretty simple. It creates a ship, and then it creates 8 whales. There's an event associated with each whale. You get bonus points if the whale survives a certain period. The repeat tag allows you to repeat a part of a script. Wrap the part that you'd like to repeat inside a repeat tag. In the start area, we want to repeat the creation of the whales. In the events section, we want to repeat the events associated with giving bonus points for the whale's survival. Like Artemis's built-in variable formatting, template strings allow you to replace a string with a value. For the whales, we want to vary their X, Y, and Z location as well as their name. In place of the name in the event, place a template string for the variable name. We're going to take our original code and turn it into a range of values. Instead of values from the game, the macro language allows you to define values, ranges, and structures to find a value for each whale containing an X, Y, Z, and name. A repeat can use a range. It'll grab one value from the range and use it for the repeat, and then it will repeat that for each value in the range. Also remove the events we no longer need. Rename the file to include an underscore source, all capital letters, at the end of the file name. AML uses this as the source to generate the mission script. By naming the range whales, you can now use the range in both the repeat statements. Add an underscore range equals whales to both repeats. Make sure to save. Open a command prompt in the directory where you have your source file. Run the AML exe. Provide it the name of your mission XML file, not the source. It'll find the source in the location. You've now generated your first mission, and it should match the original file. Repeat marks a place where you can expand template strings. You could explicitly also use an expand tag. You could do that outside of a repeat or inside a repeat. Let's add an expand to our repeats. Since we wrapped our code in expands, we can now combine both expands in one repeat and eliminate the need for 2. By setting underscore start true on the expand, it'll place the code in the start block. You can now remove the repeat from the start block. If you run AML again and generate the mission, it should again be the same. We now made a repeatable way to create whales, but you could only use it once. What if you wanted to do this in multiple places? For that, you can wrap your code in a template. Create a template section and add a template called whale and place the code in there. Now within the repeat, you can use an expand and use the underscore template to specify what template to expand. If you run AML again and generate the mission, it should again be the same. By naming your template namespace:name, you can create custom tags. Name the whale tag lib:"whale. Now you can replace the expand with just a lib:"whale tag. Using AML again, you can generate the exact same output. Create a file to place our templates in. Call it tutorial_library.xml. Place your templates in this file and wrap it in a mission data tag. Create an import section and add an import for the library XML. Running AML again, you can generate the original script. Now let's separate the data. Create a file called tutorial_data.xml. Place the values section in that file. Wrap it in a mission data tag. Add an import statement for the data XML. Placing your code in separate files makes your project easier to manage, and it allows your templates to be reused in other projects. Our main source is pretty straightforward now. For more complex examples that show original source can be reduced to 10 to 30% of its original size, see the links below for the Cruiser Tournament, the Arena, and Quiet is the Hunt.